Hello, good morning, all my dear friends. Today, I wanna focus on the difference between teaching poetry and prose. That is there any difference between facilitating these two topics? That is, when we are teaching prose, how do we teach, and when we are teaching poem, how do we handle? We teach prose, that is, we facilitate prose to our children. The main purpose is to develop reading skill. But when we are teaching poem or facilitating poem, the main purpose is to develop listening skill. And we know that in our textbooks, prose and poems are mixed. One prose lesson is there, after that poem lesson is there, and both poem and prose are related to each other. But the aim of prose is to develop the skill of reading, and poem purpose is to develop listening skill. And next, we teach children prose in order to develop cognitive development, for the development of cognition and for the development of comprehension, for the development of expression. We facilitate prose to our children. We use poems for teaching our children to develop listening skill, I already told, and in addition to this, through teaching poems, we develop the skill of emotion, the skill of feeling in our children. That's the aim of teaching poems. And from these two teaching, that is prose and poetry, we indirectly develop skills, that is reading and listening. From these reading and listening, we develop speaking and writing later. So we should understand clearly that when we are teaching prose, being a teacher, we should always focus on reading. We just facilitate, let children to read again and again and arise questions to them, and they themselves try to answer the questions through multiple readings, and let them to read poem again and again, repeatedly, and we just arise questions, and the children themselves has to answer. Just they feel the poem, just we assist them, just we read the poem and they tell them to repeat. One time closing books, we read the poem. One time tell them to open the book and put the finger while we read. Overall 90% independence we have to give children. Let them to understand themselves, just we have to facilitate. So this is the point that we have to remember while teaching. What is the difference between teaching poem and prose? The addition points I highlight in the next discussion. Thank you, one and all.